For this problem, we need to concern ourselves with the idea that we have a rectangle that is 3 times as wide as it is tall. So back in Algebra 1, we learned that when we had a situation like this and we don't know the value of either side, we have to give them variables. But because we only want to have one variable and there's a relationship between the two sides, we can do this with one variable. So let's call the shorter side, or the side DC, let's go ahead and call that side A. If that side is A and we know that the other side is 3 times its length, I can call the other side 3A. Now, we know that the perimeter of this rectangle is 36 units. We also know that definition of perimeter would be the distance around the outside of the shape. So looking at this shape, I would have, if I go from B to C to D to A, back to B, I would travel a distance of 3A plus an A plus another 3A plus that last A, and then I know that that would equal the perimeter, which we said, or we were told, was 36 units. So in other words, if I combine like terms, I have a total of 8 A's equal 36. So therefore 1A is going to be, if we divide 36 by 8, I'm going to get 4.5. So A, we know, equals 4.5, or in other words, the distance from D to C, or the height of this rectangle, is 4.5. And then the width, or sorry, the length here at the bottom from B to C, we know that that is going to be 3 times 4.5, or 13.5. So that would be my length and my width for my rectangle. Okay, now we need to consider what the coordinate values would be. Well, this problem tells us that D is equal to 9, 2. So this point at D on the coordinate plane would equal 9, 2. That would be its location. That location is telling me that from the origin here at 0, 0, we have traveled a distance of 9 to the right. So this right here would be 9. And that we have gone up a height of 2. So this part would be 2. From this, I also know then that point C would have the same distance horizontally from 0, 0. So I know that if D is 9 to the right from the origin, since C is just below it, C is also 9 right from the origin. So I know that C has an X value of 9. Now I had to figure out what the Y value would be. Because I know that there is a height value between D and C, like the length of D to C is 4.5. That's what we found A to be. I know that from the Y value of 2, so we have a Y value of 2 for this point right here, I know that I have to go 4.5 away from that. So 4.5 away from that going down would be 2 down to get me to 0, and then 2.5 more to get me a total of 4.5. So I know that that point C is going to have coordinate values of 9 and negative 2.5. Well, then that means that this line right here is on the horizontal line that is Y equals negative 2.5. So that would be this blue mark right here, which would also mean that point B would have a Y value of negative 2.5. But then the question is, what is its X value? Well, we discovered that this distance here is 3A, or 13.5. We also know that from 0 over to C is already 9. So that would mean from 0 back to B, I have to travel a distance of 4.5. Therefore, I know that the corresponding X value right here would have to be negative 4.5, which would then be the corresponding X value of the point B. So now we have our last coordinate A that we need to do. A matches up with both point B and point D. A has the X value of point B, and it has the Y value of point D. If you're still struggling with this, try and watch the video again, Or please, please, please come in and get some help from me because you will need to know this one for sure for your final. Have a great day.